Alrighty, welcome back. This is Total OS Today, Total Technology for Beginners and Beyond. This is an unscheduled live event for Friday evening. I'm just calling this a Friday night chat or a Friday chat. If you would like to stop by and say hello, please do. We talk about technology. I dual boot between Windows 10 and different versions of Linux. I've been doing it for quite a few years now, and it suits me well. And if you do it, please let us know. If you have something to say or were too shy to say something before, please do now. Alright, so we'll wait a few minutes till everybody gets into the stream here. Hopefully someone will stop in. I should start scheduling these on a regular basis. I'm so awful when it comes to doing that. I do things at random. Anyway, let's go ahead and set up my chat. Pop out chat. Got my lemon lime drink. Hopefully someone will get the notification to stop by and say hello. For tonight I am streaming this through Windows 10. William Armstrong is in the house. How are you, William? Is my microphone okay? Can you hear me? Let's go ahead and transition here. Alright, there we go. How's it going, William? Can you hear me okay? How was your week? You don't dual boot at all. Okay, so what Linux do you use now? Yeah, I've been dual booting. I guess about 10 years now. It works for me. So you've chosen not to dual boot, and why is that? Anyway. Looks like everything looks good on my end. You can hear, cool, okay. I guess one of the big news items for the week, there was some problem with the new iPhone X. Something about freezing in cold weather, really? $1,000 phone that freezes. Anyway, you use Debian in a virtual machine. Okay, cool. How long have you been using Debian? I messed with Debian before. It's okay. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and check out Debian here. Yeah, I've messed with this before. The nice thing about this, you can choose different desktop environments. Chat is limited about sending messages too much in a short period since 2009. Oh, okay. Limited. Didn't know that. Let's see, what do we have here? Still want to see that. Okay. Latest updates for Debian would be October 7th. Debian 9.9.2. Debian conference in Montreal. Okay, cool. You have the YouTube notifications turned on. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't know how many of you people realize, but there's that little bell icon that you should click on. Make sure it's activated so you know when I jump on. Like I said, I should have a schedule with these live events at least once a week. But anyway, a bunch of security updates, advisories for Debian. But yeah, I've messed with Debian before. It's okay. It's not bad. I like with this you have the option of the net installer. If you have a decent internet service, you can install this over the web and choose either one or more desktop environments to see which one you like. So it gives you more of an option, which is cool. Yeah, installing Debian via the internet. That's what I've normally done in the past, so it's okay. Anyway. Yep, I did do the Windows 10 Fall Creators update. The problem is what it did, William. It knocked out, messed up the grub, the Grand Unified bootloader, and it took me a while to figure it out. But I had to repair it using terminal commands. But that kind of ticked me off a little bit. But I got it working. Yeah, it does something to grub. I'm not sure exactly what, but I had to figure it out. I got it working. It took me a while. That's the only bad thing about dual booting. Sometimes the updates can, make something goofy, as it were. But I got it working again, back as a dual boot. Then I think I downloaded, once I was able to boot back into Ubuntu, I think I downloaded something called Boot Repair. That seemed to fix the issue once I did all the updates for the Windows 10 Creators update. Let's see, Windows 10. Let's see what news we have here. Best new features, lots of small changes. Yeah, I mean, the update process surprisingly didn't take that long. I haven't looked at all the features yet. One of the features that I believe should be in there is to protect yourself against ransomware, something called, I believe, controlled folders or something like that. Lock out the folders so ransomware cannot, sneak in and lock out your precious files. Other than that, I really haven't noticed any performance issues or performance changes in Windows 10, meaning it ran fine before and it runs fine now. How to reclaim space. Yeah, I had to clean up. There was about almost 8 gigs of files I didn't need anymore after doing the Fall Creators update. So I just used the cleanup app in Windows 10 to get that, all squared away. But yeah, it was an automatic update. It removes system key PC tech support scammers. Oh, okay. Did not know that. There was something on the news, William, tonight about Netflix users being scammed, giving up their credit card information to verify their account. Something about, I believe it's called phishing, P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G, if I'm not mistaken, where they're phishing, for your personal information. I tend to ignore emails like that. I think if it's really important, I'll get a phone call or a letter or something. But stuff like that, I just ignore it. But yeah, I believe a few people have been scammed, yeah. You had to manually install the update? Okay. No, mine was ready to go. What I did, I just checked the update. I just type in update or check for updates. And it looks like we're all good to go here. Last check today at 12:44. So this part works pretty good. Yeah, so Joe is in the house. My nice Italiano friend. How are you, Joe? I see what you're saying. How are you? I should do what Rocco does, is have like a live chat where you guys can join in through a peer.in or something like that. I should try doing that. I think, Joe, my internet service might be fast enough. I don't have the high tier Comcast service. It's kind of pricey. Can't afford it right now. But maybe, you know, one of these weekends I might try that where people can join in on the chat, and we'll see how that works out. Hopefully my Comcast speed will be fast enough. But yeah, for those of you joining in, hi Rose, how are you? My good friend Rose from Canada. Rose, it is like 27 degrees here tonight in Ohio. Is it cold in Canada? Yep, it is cold. And speaking of the weather, let me go to my camera here, because this is important. Wednesday, this is off topic, but I have a little bit of a rant. Wednesday night, my son called. He was at the mall with his mom. His car wouldn't start. No big deal. Tried jumping it wouldn't start. And I have one of those jump boxes, didn't start. Had a friend of mine, jumper cables, didn't work either. So no big deal. I have Allstate. I have towing service. Yeah, cold. It is very cold, Rose. It was cold Wednesday night, too. So the car's stuck and won't start. Okay. Well, I put in a brand new starter last month, so I don't think it's the starter. Figure it's the battery or whatever, or something else. So I called Allstate. I have towing service. You pay for that, you know, for both cars I pay for. Called Allstate. Nice lady gets on the line, explain my situation. She asks all the appropriate questions. Are you okay? Is the car in a wreck? Are you safe? Great questions. She says, okay, I have the information. We'll call you back, or someone will send you a text to verify it. I got a call back from Allstate from her 5 minutes later. Sorry, there is no one available. A little tip to insurance companies. If a customer pays for service, don't call back and say their service is not available. It's the last thing I wanted to hear. Now, I didn't argue with the nice lady. I politely thanked her and moved on, and I took care of the car situation the next day. But if you're paying for service, any service, and the company calls back and says there is no service, it's not wise. This is to all the companies out there. If a customer pays for service, take care of the customer. Anyway, that's my little rant for tonight. Steam issues on your wonderfully painful Linux Mint. I'm not sure what's going on, too long a story. Joe, I do very little gaming in Linux. I gave up. Well, I didn't give up, but I do little gaming. So if I have to mess with Steam or specific video drivers, I'm not going to go there. I did a video, I think it was Wednesday, on why comparing Linux to Windows and why Windows sucks and Linux is great. I'm doing a flip side of that on why Linux sucks and Windows is awesome. And one of the reasons is gaming. Joe, check the forums. You know, see what's going on. But probably, if I had to guess, the #1 issue with Steam games is probably has something to do with multimedia or video drivers. If I had to guess, I'm not sure. Rose says you got a dual boot problem, so you share one hard drive with Windows 10, or do you have 2 hard drives? I just have 1 hard drive myself. Result from Windows site updating on the same account. Okay. DRM issues. I think I tried to use Steam once. It didn't work for me, so I don't use Steam. Either tried to download something off the Synaptic Package Manager or something off the web, maybe in a deb file, deb package, and try to install it. The last two games I tested, that's what I did. It seemed okay. One was a flight simulator, and what was the other one? Super Tux Kart, and those worked okay. When in the Windows 7 drive it did all the Steam updates and share those games, I think it may have corrupted your Linux side. I don't know. I suppose the only way to tell for sure, if you have a spare machine, just install Linux Mint on that spare machine, only that, and see what happens. But yeah, probably one of the greatest downfalls or annoyances of Linux is multimedia apps. It still lags. Now, I'm not blaming any developer. I'm not blaming anybody. But over the course of 10 years, is one thing that Linux lacks or is unpredictable is multimedia. Yeah, if one gets one hard drive, MBR gets usually, we should check. Yeah. Yeah, when I did the Windows 10 Creators Update, it messed up the grub. Had to repair it. It didn't mess up my Ubuntu Mate system, just the grub file, the grub bootloader. Other than that, it's okay. But I don't use Steam. And I forget what that issue was called. Let's see, Windows 10 Update breaks grub. Let's see if something will come up here. Yeah, Windows 10 removes all signs of grub. Yep. Breaks the bootloader. That's the issue that I have. But I was able to fix it and boot into the system, into the bootloader. But my Ubuntu Mate side was okay. Joe, what graphics do you have? Do you have AMD graphics, NVIDIA, Intel? Which one do you have, Joe? Just out of curiosity. There shouldn't be that much difference between Linux Mint Mate and Ubuntu Mate, I would imagine. Okay, so this here is what happened to me. It came up on my terminal grub rescue, and I had to run some terminal commands to fix the grub, the bootloader. But I got it running. It's kind of a pain. You have NVIDIA. Okay, I would have guessed you had AMD. In the past, I've noticed that given a choice, NVIDIA seems to have less issues than AMD. But I've said in the past, Linux is predictably unpredictable, mainly for multimedia apps. That's the only sore spot for Linux still. You do have two separate drives? Okay. Alright. The Steam account is on the same. Yeah, I don't think it's because of your Steam account. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are having issues dual booting with the latest Windows 10 Creators Update. But yeah, it broke mine. It was kind of that was annoying. But I got it working. Not fun to fix though. Somebody asked asked me about gaming in Linux versus Windows. Probably one of the more common questions. Still has a ways to go. Yeah, Michael from Tux Digital seems to have a lot of answers. What happened to Steam machines? Yeah, that's a good question. Nobody buying Steam OS. No market for it. There you go. How Linux scared Microsoft into improving Windows gaming. Yeah, I don't do a lot of gaming on my computer as much as I used to. But as far as Linux gaming, I don't go to Steam. Nothing wrong with Steam, Steam catalog, but I try to stick with the software repositories or download a deb file. And that usually seems to work. Said before, if I would simply leave it alone, it would be fine, but Linux users tend to be curious beings, never know when to quit. That's me. Well, I used to be that way. I don't distro hop as much as I used to. I web browser hop. You want to know why? Because it's safer. Anyway. Yeah, the iPhone thing. What was the issue? Was it software thing? iPhone X freezing. Let me see. This is kind of funny. Yeah, so the iPhone 10 screen was freezing in cold weather. Oopsie. Can I have my $1,000 back? You would think the more money you spend, the better quality you get, but not apparently so. There was another issue with the iPhone. So something about the eye? Yeah, your new iPhone had a little bug. You couldn't type the letter I in iPhone. $1,000 iPhones cannot type the letter I. That's funny. Sure, let me pay more for a phone that doesn't work. Anyway, let's go back to Linux today. So if anybody's joining later or watching this late, just a random Friday night chat, nothing specific. Like I said, it's freezing outside. I think it's like 27 degrees, so I'm home tonight. Let's see what's on Linux today. How to run Windows apps on your Chromebook. That's interesting. Rose wants a Linux phone for your next phone. I hope it comes out. Hi Ben, how you doing? Anything else catches my eye on Linux today? Kitty Plasma 5.11.3 released. Okay, very good. You tried Android and your dad's Samsung Galaxy 8. Hey, I hate it. Went back to the iPhone. Okay. Okay. Use what works, man. I have no problem with Android. I have an iPad. It works fine, but I can't run it in Linux, and it's too locked out is the problem. I understand the quality control. I guess has its pluses and minuses, but it's just too restrictive for me. Android was POS. Really? What happened, Ben? Nothing there that catches my eye. So somebody said it would be difficult to run Windows 10 with 4 gigs of RAM. I'm doing that right now in this test machine with Lenovo, in my Lenovo desktop. It's doable. You can't do a lot, but it's certainly doable. But yeah, I wouldn't go in less than 4 gigs for Windows 10, that's for sure. Let's see, Joe, your distro is running fantastic for everything else. So if I could get the Steam issue straight, I'd be a happy man. Okay. Ben, by the way, I have a link for you to try my Manjaro respin. How can I link? Just send me a link on my email. On my YouTube, just go to my YouTube channel. Just send me a message with the link. If you can't post it here, Ben, yeah, just send it that way. And when I have time, I'll check it out. Joe, have you tried Manjaro? I don't know if you have or not. Let's see, OMG Ubuntu. Let's see, notes up, Markdown editor for Linux. Mesa. Does Ubuntu need a new theme? No, it needs a new desktop environment. I actually, on my, it's on your Google Drive. Yeah, just send me a message, Ben. I actually upgraded. I have a ThinkPad Z61, I think. Dual boot. I had Ubuntu Unity for a long time. Of course, officially it's gone. So I took a chance. I did a full upgrade from Unity to the new Ubuntu 17.10 with GNOME. It runs. It's noticeably slower, but I also run the GNOME Flashback on it, and I kind of like that a little bit better. I just did it as an experiment. Joe, you have a new Dell laptop, okay, an SSD coming for the Linux side, okay. Yeah, SSDs are considerably faster. I just don't know how reliable they are, even today. Yeah, just post the link in an email, Ben. It should work that way. Joe says you looked at Manjaro GNOME and actually I kind of like. Okay, for gaming. I don't know. I'll tell you what, Joe. I like Pop! OS. It's, compared to Ubuntu GNOME, it's zippy, if there is such a word for GNOME. I was impressed. I was running it in a virtual machine too. Of course, Pop! OS from System 76. Yeah, just email it, Ben. I'll probably, it's 11:30. I'll probably check it this weekend. So yeah. Yeah, Pop! OS is a developer-focused, minimalist Linux distro, and maybe that's why it runs better. Just bare bones. I like the speed of it. I'm not sure if I could use it every day, but I like the speed of it. It's probably one of the fastest GNOME desktops I've tested in a long time. It only shows just fine, Ben. Yeah, just send it to that. Yeah. It should allow you to post it. Yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm actually hoping to do an interview with someone from System 76 soon, so be on the lookout for that. That's kind of exciting. Like I said, they are based in Denver, Colorado, and they mass market Linux machines, and they've been successful. They've been doing it for over 10 years, so I'm hoping to speak to someone from there and see what System 76 and Pop! OS is all about. Yeah, Joe, the customizable capability to Linux Mint Mate, absolutely. If another distro offers similar capabilities, I would try switching. It can be done in terms of customization. Linux Mint, Ubuntu Mate makes it easier. Any Linux is customizable. Which one is easier? Those two that I mentioned. SSDs have a 75-year life in theory. In theory, yeah. From what I've been hearing, it seems like some of them break down after a couple of years. I don't know. Maybe my next machine I will consider an SSD. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, it does make a difference. Big time. Joe likes Fedora. Whoa, 26 GNOME workstation. Interesting. You are going to keep your System Lemur machine, Ben? Wow. You're putting Linux Mint Mate, so I guess you didn't care for the GNOME desktop, Pop! OS on it? Or did it have Unity? I can't remember. Okay, cool. Let me know how it works out. Okay, let's see here. So this is Pop! OS. What else? Let's check out Noobs Lab. These are the usual websites I'll go to. I think I tried Fedora once or twice. I didn't like it. I still love that name for Ubuntu 18.04 Bionic Beaver. I think some of those breakdowns may be user error. Oh, for an SSD, really? Oh, okay. It came with Ubuntu 16.4, which would have been Unity. Okay. Okay, so you decided NAF or 1710. I don't blame you. Adobe Air available for Ubuntu. Okay. Speaking of Linux, the long road to Linux gaming. There you go, Joe. There's an article for you. Let's see what that's all about. So it talks about Microsoft, and let's see. Yeah, the real breakthrough in consumer market for Linux has come with the explosion of Android mobile devices. Yeah, 88% share of the market. I agree there. You loaded up Ubuntu 18.04? Okay. Let's see, nothing there else catches my eye. There's no risk you found, had no issues with it, but that's okay. Math Cubes, welcome to the live event. How are you? Most people fail to set up trim on an SSD. Linux does not need trim. Okay. Don't find any sort of security in the ArchAUR. Speaking of security, this has been the year of the hack, it seems. It's crazy. You're going to bed in a few minutes. Okay, MathCubes, that's cool. Thank you for stopping by and say hello. I forget where you live and what time zone you're at, but it's 11:36 p.m. here Eastern Time. Google Fuzzer finds tons of holes.
Buckle up, gang, cause it's last gift time. A Samsung Flex Wash. One machine with 2 washers everyone will appreciate, especially mom and dad. Thanks to the expert service and selection at Best Buy. Open this last.
Anyway, Google Fuzzer. Here's another one, Linux. Linux has a whole crock of USB vulnerabilities. Oh? Oh my. Security researchers have discovered a series of vulnerabilities in the way that USB devices communicate with Linux. Interesting. All of them can be triggered with a crafted malicious USB device in case an attacker has physical access to the machine. It's the tip of the iceberg. Ooh. There you go. Nothing is 100% secure. Fuzzing tools like Skylar and London's POTUS are a great solution as they can detect using possibility. Interesting. Here we go. Linux Pioneer Munich supports Windows 10 rollout from 2020. Well, they were using Linux for a few years, didn't they? Then they switched again. So politicians, of course, who else? Back proposals for a 2 to 3 year rollout of Windows 10.
If bigger is better, then this family's about to...
The German city of Munich, famous for ditching Microsoft in favor of open source software, today agreed to stop using Linux. Switch back to Windows in a pivotal vote. The vote marks a major shift for an organization once at the vanguard of the open source software movement. I guess it didn't work out. Let's see. Preparatory work. Windows 10 will be installed on every PC. 29,000 and would replace Linux. Oh well. Goodbye Linux in Munich. Return to Microsoft Office. Guess they gotta do what they gotta do. Boo Munich. Hey Munich. Boo. But you still make great beer. Here's a headline. Don't worry about those 40 Linux USB security holes. No, worry about 41. Okay. Linux distros on smartphone. The first Linux on Galaxy demo. Yeah, I think I mentioned that a few weeks ago because let's see, Joe Rose, because Microsoft moved its headquarters. Yeah. Yep. Joe, you went to the extent of cutting up a Go Linux Faster sticker, placing Tux on the super key, covering up Windows. Okay, does it help? Linux is good, but hardware is a challenge. Well, it's a marriage, William. It's a marriage of hardware and software. And sometimes the Linux marriage doesn't work very well. No, I still have my super key the way it is, Joe. No cut up or sticker. I don't think it would make any performance difference. Let's see what else. Nothing there. Okay. Let's check out Windows News. Best Windows 10 apps this week. Let's take a look at that. This Prose is a focused writing application. Have not heard of it. Handwriting practice for kids. Modern Tales Age of Invention. Sounds interesting. And MyTube, a popular YouTube app. Johan B is in the house. And he says, Peppermint 8 still rocks. Very good. Makes you feel good, Joe, and no, it does not help that much. I think it's a placebo, right? If it did help. Just satisfying to defy the wind blows monopoly. Okay, all right, fair enough. So some of the reasons why, and I'll post a full video maybe this weekend, but I'll give you a little sneak peek of the next video I was working on. Of course, I posted why Linux is better than Windows. Well, why is Windows better than Linux? A few of the top reasons it would be Windows is comfortable, meaning it's been around a long time and people are comfortable using a Windows PC. Another reason why it's better is driver support. Yeah, especially video drivers. What can I say? Another reason why Windows is better is multimedia apps. We talked about that. You know, there's a host of issues. The number one thing that Windows really sucks at, or the process of a process in Windows, is the update process. I don't care for. It's a lot easier in Linux. And that's my number one reason. See, in the past I used Linux. My number one reason was security and privacy. But once you get on the web, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't freaking matter anymore. I hate to say that. So, you know. So yeah, this is the Windows 10 anti-ransomware tool. Enabled a new anti-ransomware protection in Windows 10 Full Creators Update to lower the... No, I don't want notifications, thank you. To lower the odds of becoming a victim. I should have installed ad blocker in this, but anyway. So it's controlled folder access.
This family's about to best their best.
Yeah. That is a welcome feature, absolutely, for Windows 10. Ransomware is insidious. So this is what it looks like. Controlled folder access in Windows Defender Security Center. Okay, let's see. Johan B is going to take a shower. Guess Windows made you dirty. So you will watch the rest of this. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can replay this later, Johan. I also have audio downloads of these recordings on the Patreon page as a thank you if you would like to support the channel. Let's see here. So I'm in the Windows Defender Security Center. I don't see the control access part. Maybe that'll be in the next update. Yeah, nothing here yet. Okay, whatever. Rose, will you stop being so shy? Windows 10 is garbage. Windows 7 XP is the best OS for Windows. Linux is getting better. I like Windows 10. It seems like Windows 10 runs a little bit smoother than Windows 7. It's great for gaming. It's better for gaming. Windows 10, what screwed them up was the politics of it, not so much the technology behind it. You know, we talked about the privacy issue and telemetry and the forced updates. That was just stupid. But putting that aside, I think Windows 10 is okay for me. NVIDIA has been getting better on video drivers. Okay, I loaded Linux on the new laptop. It was quiet as can be. Not the Windows 10 is on the drive, never shuts up until it goes to sleep. Okay, sometimes. All right. You have to use PayPal to make a donation on Patreon. Yeah, whatever they are using, Johan. I think that's probably the safest. I don't think you have to use PayPal, do you? On Patreon? I don't think so. I made a donation to my last donation. I don't think I use PayPal, Johan. I don't think you have to. Yeah, it's a good question, though. Let's find out. I think it's just a credit card, right? Really, Windows 10? Rose, what can I tell you? I'm using it now. It works. Great gaming, not graining. Gaming is awesome. What I don't like is the update process. I just don't like it. But it works. No crashes, no blue screens. This machine only has 4 gigs of RAM. That's what I'm using now in this live stream, and it works. I call it as I see it. Oh, because you're from the Netherlands, you got to use PAD? I don't know. Let's see here. Maybe check the Patreon support site, Johan. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm sorry you're having issues. Let's see here. If you go to the, you can try. If you go to my channel page, the main, I believe on the top right on the graphic, I have a PayPal link for just a simple donation, not with Patreon. And you can try making donation that way with the credit card to see if that'll work. Not really seeing anything here. But yeah, it might be specific according to where you live. I'm not sure. But try the PayPal link on my main channel, YouTube, Johan. See if that works. I'm sorry you're having issues. But thank you for offering. Anyway. You're testing Linux Mint 18.2. Yeah, William, they are Linux Mint after this one is done with Linux Linux Mint KDE. They are finished. Oh well, I guess they didn't really need it. Okay, Johan, thanks for stopping by. And I'll catch you on the next one. If you have any more questions, just send me an email, okay? Maybe I'll try to get a better answer for you next time. You can also try this super chat, Johan. See if this works. This might be the easiest way to support the just click send the super chat with any dollar amount with the credit card. I don't think this matters where you live. So try this, see if this works. I think this is like a 50-50 split or something like that. I think YouTube gets 45%. I think I get 55%, I think. But the super chat donation thing might work. Anyway. You feel a virtual machine software can cause a computer to hang. If you have lots of RAM, William, it shouldn't be a problem. Usually it's a RAM issue, or not enough RAM as far as a virtual machine. Yeah, so Microsoft is ending the free Windows 10 upgrades on December 31st, right after Christmas. After the Windows 10 upgrade, do these 7 things immediately. Oh, you don't have a credit card. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, not other than that, if you don't have any card, I think that's the most secure way to do it, Johan. Yeah. I mean, you can get a prepaid credit card, I'm assuming, in the Netherlands. Usually offered through your local bank. Usually no fee, at least not here in the States. But because a lot of people have these debit cards here, credit card or a combination credit card / debit card, or just a debit card, and and you can just refill it through your bank. But yeah, and it doesn't have to be a PayPal credit card. It could be any credit card. But that's the fastest and the most secure way, I'm assuming, of supporting your favorite channel. Anyway, Toss is going to split his super chats with us. Thanks. You can get a small ice cream now. In this weather, Rose, are you feeling okay? Should I call a doctor? Oh, man. Rose, if this channel had the income that I would like, I would come and visit you in Canada and my cousins there. How does that sound? And I would personally buy you an ice cream, you and your family. Anyway, Rose, you're welcome. Okay. Check out some Android news. Future Android update will show how apps are draining your battery. If it actually works. Yeah, batteries in general for phones, portable, they still suck. It has not changed much. How Google won the smartphone wars. Okay. Samsung's making an Android flip phone. Maybe. Interesting. What's this about Russia? This Russian has the power to turn 100,000 Android phones into cryptocurrency miners. Interesting. Don't know too much about that. So your dad said he will in the morning try to help me convert to Android. I don't know what problems you have, Ben. I have my reliable HTC Max from still running Android 4.4. Thanks, HTC. Besides the outdated Android, it runs okay. Just about 99% of the apps that I use, that I want to use, work on. There was one app or two apps that didn't work, but it works. Of course, the best speakers. There's one right there at the top, and there's one at the bottom. But yeah, I haven't had too many issues with Android. It just works. Okay, Ben, I got your email, by the way. My security alert works very good. Let's see here. Your dad's giving you his Galaxy S7 Edge. That's a good phone. Okay, let's see. Got an email, so maybe I will be doing an interview with someone from System 76. How does that sound? I'll send a reply. Let's see. Give me a second here. I send a reply there. Your Linux phone, that's too much work. William has a tablet with Android 4.2.2. Samsung Tab 3 Lite. Okay. Okay. Checking my messages, so we're all good here. Yeah, about the only downfall with this phone, this HTC, is it only has 1.5 gigs of RAM. It's a little bit on the light side. This tend to slow down and freeze up if I have too many things open. Other than that, it runs fine. You can do a Gen 2 installation in your own Manjaro Respin. You can do a Linux phone-like switch from Linux. Tom has done. Okay. Yeah, I've never rooted a phone, Ben. Yeah. Unless it's absolutely necessary, do not root your phone, because if you do something wrong, you could brick the phone and make it a very expensive paperweight. But I don't think I've ever rooted a phone. I did root two of my tablets since they were very outdated. Didn't really notice any performance issues, to be honest. Just to do it. Joe asks, have I tried Solus? Yes, Joe. Did I try the Mate version? I think I did. I can't recall either, Joe. I liked what I saw. That I remember about Solus. And actually, I posted a video last week to vote for this year's Distro of the Year. So if you haven't, please vote. And I actually started writing these votes down somewhere. Oh. Keep tab of your votes. Notepad. And Joe, Solus is up there. I won't give it away who else, but yeah, Solus is getting a lot of votes. Yeah, Solus, of course Ubuntu, but this year I would not be surprised if Solus is voted the Distro of the Year. Would not be surprised, but there's still time to vote. I will have a winner for you guys probably after Thanksgiving this month. But yeah, Joe, Solus is getting a lot of votes. Mint is getting a lot of votes, but Solus might win. Too much risk rooting. Yeah, I would not root it. Unless you have a spare phone. Netflix hates rooted devices as of now. Okay. I think one of my friends or two rooted a phone just so he could install, I think, more apps. I think. But I don't recall him saying it ran any better or faster. And my two tablets that I have, a Toshiba Thrive and a Samsung Tab 3, and I don't think it runs any faster. Red Core, a Gen 2 base. C-Rose, Red Core sounds like a power drink. Drink Red Core. It'll turn your face red. S7 Edge, Sprint, is a pain in behind to root. They usually post pretty decent instructions as far as rooting, Ben. But like I said, I've never rooted a phone, so. On the news tonight, there was something about early Black Friday deals. Let's see what comes up. Samsung added security feature to make it hard to root. Okay. Let's see. Black Friday ads and deals. Let's take a look. Actually, you know what? To make this faster, Amazon Black Friday 2017. That's another way to help the channel. I usually post Amazon link below in the show notes if you would like to help support the channel by shopping on Amazon. Let's see. So Amazon devices, save 40 on the Amazon Echo, save $10 on the Echo Dot, save a lot of money on Kindles. I kind of figured that. Lowest prices on select Samsung, LG, Sony TVs. Okay. A 55-inch 4K smart TV for $398 is not bad. Sennheiser closed back headphones. Sennheiser headphones are nice. That's a high-end headphone. The Blue Yeti USB microphone for only $89.99. Very good. I would have bought that this year if I could if I could afford it. The Blue Snowball for $39. Yeah. If you got the budget, go with the Blue Yeti USB microphone. And next, I believe Quids-Up uses a the Blue Yeti, if I am not mistaken. Spiro, Star Wars BB Droid. Some toys. Let's see. Books are on. I guess books are making a comeback. Let's see here. What fine print. Save 36% on Black & Decker Dust Buster cordless vacuum. I use that in my car. Yep. Pets. Save some money on Dog Life Jacket Life Preservers. PetQ Play seat covers. Okay. Sports and Outdoor. Video games. Lawn and Garden. Very good. Looks like Amazon has some pretty good deals. Expired. Okay, expired. Let's see what OLED TVs are going on sale on Black Friday. That's the latest technology. OLED TVs. Let's see. Of course, they're all 4K. I guess a lot of stores will be open Thanksgiving Day. Not cool in my opinion, but times have changed. If you've never seen an OLED live in person, it's amazing. The deep colors and the rich, the deep blacks, and it really is amazing piece of technology. I think it's from LG, so let's see. The Xbox One X is the next big thing. The world's most powerful console, okay. So this is for the Microsoft's 4K games. What are the top selling games? Top selling games 2017. Speaking of gaming, Destiny 2 is the best-selling game of 2017 in the U.S. so far. I didn't get Destiny 1. It was like a Halo rehash, so I didn't get that. Major League Baseball, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, NBA, Grand Theft Auto, Resident Evil, Mass Effect Andromeda. I like the Mass Effect games. Let's see. Horizon Zero Dawn. Don't know what that is. The Legend of Zelda: For Honor. The #1 game is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Okay. You guys like Arch, huh? Debian Unstable is scary. Then don't use it. Right, William? 2017 has been not a good year for Hollywood. It says here Geostorm will be one of 2017's biggest flops. I don't know why Hollywood greenlights a lot of money for these movies that just, I think people are getting tired of all this. The Mummy, Alien Covenant, was that one movie, Valerian Space or something? I don't know. Amityville: The Awakening grosses $742. Oh man. Geostorm. Too many ads. Let's see. Geo have become an epic box office bomb. I wonder if they use Linux for these special effects. $120 million to make Geostorm. Well, go straight to DVD. And haven't we seen disaster movies like this before, like 2012 and The Day After Tomorrow? I mean, do we need more like this? Boy. I hope somebody picks up my dad's movie, you know, next year. I would love for you guys to see that movie. It's a beautiful film. It's based on a true story. Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, they're working on the next X-Files coming up, I think, in January. Let's see, Rose. The problem with Hollywood is either a reboot or just crappy movies and scripts. Last movie I watched was, yeah, there's another flop, Blade Runner 2049. That was another flop. I'm looking forward to the next X-Files, 10 episodes. By the way, I'm going to type this in the chat if you guys want to look this up. My dad's movie is based on something called Ferramonti. You guys don't know what it is, but Ferramonti was Italy's largest concentration camp in World War II. And this camp, this unknown story, this camp saved the lives of almost 4,000 Jews back in World War II. It's a beautiful story. Anyway, I won't give away the rest of my dad's movie, but check out Ferramonti if you're interested. And we'll go from there. So if you guys like true stories, beautiful music, beautiful story, you can search Ferramonti if you want to. There's some videos on YouTube about this. If you search the web for Ferramonti, it's a wonderful story. Anyway, yeah, they did post an X-Files Season 11 trailer. It looks terrific, by the way. Rose, the movie, to give it authenticity, the movie was shot on location in Italy, and it was shot in Italian, but there's subtitles. In fact, they just finished the subtitles just last week or so. I took a look at the script, at the English translation of the script. My dad had paid somebody over there. I looked at the script last month. Yeah, subtitles. I looked at the script last month, just the dialogue. It was about 95% ready to go. I did some corrections to send it back to my dad, and that's been taken care of. But yeah, there will be subtitles, English subtitles, just like you would see here on DVD. I think the best part about well, there's two good things about my dad's film. Number one, it's a true story. It has a happy ending. I won't give it away. And the second best part about the movie is the music is fantastic. The music is done by someone who did the music for the Vatican. And that gentleman has won a couple awards this year overseas for Best Music Composer. So it's I'm honored that my dad's project has a talent like this gentleman. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know if the movie gets picked up or not. But I'll keep you guys posted, and if it gets picked up, I'll tell you guys more about it. Yes, I am Italian, William. And originally from New York, you see what I'm saying. Alright, so the X-Files, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, season 11. I saw the trailer, it looks great. They did a return last year, I think 10 episodes? No, sorry, they did 6 episodes. 3 were okay, 3 were not so okay. I thought the cliffhanger last year was spot on. Loved the cliffhanger. That was I remember after seeing last year's X-Files cliffhanger, I was like, you son of a, now we gotta wait. Did I see a preview of the movie? Yes, I saw, well, I read the script. I saw the trailer of the movie back in May of this year. I saw the first draft of the movie. The one nice thing about the movie is, even though it has subtitles, in Italian speaking, it's what's called a tight script. There aren't any wasted scenes or throwaway scenes. I know for some people reading the subtitles may be hard to keep track of the film, but I think with this film, because it is such a simple story, that some people can relate to. If you have relatives from World War II, Italian or Jewish, it's a tight script, so I think what works is that it's easy to understand. Of course, the music is universal. Good music, I mean, I can't post anything, obviously, for legal reasons. But yes, I haven't seen the finished movie yet. Hopefully soon. Once I look at it, and if I think it's up to my standards, then it's marketing time. We'll see what happens. I'm sure everything will be fine, but yes, I saw the first draft of the movie and the trailer, and the first thing that got to me was the music. I mean, it hit me like that. I'm like, whoa, this music is it was stunning. I wish I could share it with you, but I cannot. But the music was stunning. I've shown the trailer to a few close, family and friends of mine. The response has been universal. One of my friends from Austria, she says, look, I'm getting goosebumps on my arm just watching the trailer. So the response has been positive, which is encouraging. So my dad has a fan base here in town that he doesn't know of yet. But it took 5 years to do. It was a completely independent film. Him and the director, co-produced the film without any outside support. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. 5 years of their lives. I hope it pays off. I hope you guys get to see it. It's a beautiful film. It's a true story. You don't see too many happy stories about a concentration camp. But the Italians pulled it off. They risked their lives to save others, and it restores faith in humanity. Anyway, Rose, I'll keep you guys posted. So it's nothing like the X-Files, I can tell you that. So yeah, if you guys remember the X-Files and like the X-Files, from what I saw, I think it's going to be fine. So, yeah, the X-Files 11, the season 11 trailer is on YouTube, so check it out. It's pretty intense. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, movie flops this year. So disappointing. I cannot. What was the last good movie I saw? I can't remember. Maybe Hacksaw Ridge, which was based on a true story. There's something about true stories. The fact you know that they're true, I think you get more of a personal effect out of it, or you feel that you get your money's worth. I don't know. Be a lot of flops this year. All right, so the 10 biggest flops in the box office this year, what were they? Everything, Everything? I don't know what that was. Is there a list here? Okay, Everything, Everything. Let's see here. The Space Between Us was a flop. A Dog's Purpose. Aww. Power Rangers. Okay. Yeah, Transformers. Another big flop. I think people are burned out. Of course. Why would this be a flop, right? Let's see. The Mummy, yeah. Yeah. Valerian. Yep. Another flop. The Circle. Tom Hanks. Another flop. Anyway. It's the year of the flop. The Emoji Movie. Really, Hollywood? The Emoji Movie? Anyway, enough of that. All right, Ben, have a good night. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, why don't we, what time is it? 12:22, so I'm ready for bed soon. Let's see what's latest news on Ubuntu, then we'll call it a night, okay? Yep, so Ubuntu 18.04 daily builds available for download. Yep. Ubuntu Linux will never be the same after version 17.10. Boy, ain't that the truth. And not much else there. Okay. Okay, so I think I will wrap this up for this evening. I wanted to thank everybody for stopping by. It's always a pleasure doing these. So I think the next live event, we might do well, I did some news this week. I'm not sure what the next one will be about, but I'm hoping to do that interview with someone from System 76. Hopefully that'll be interesting. And be on the lookout for that. If you missed any of this, welcome to the replay. Here at the end, if you're going to play this back, I usually have the audio versions of this edited, usually within a couple days, and posted on the Patreon page if you would like to support the channel through Patreon. Yes, you need your credit card or debit card. I'm ready for bed, and Johan says your day as well. You're in the Netherlands, so you are 6 hours ahead, I believe, Johan. Not mistaken, 7 hours ahead. So yeah, you are morning. Of course, I'm really early morning here, 12:24 a.m. But I hope your day goes well. See me tomorrow night. For the Big Daddy Linux, possibly beyond tomorrow night. Yeah, it depends when I record that interview. So I'll catch you tomorrow night, Joe. If not, maybe I might catch you Sunday night. So good night, everybody, and stay warm. And I'm going to bed here in a few minutes in my warm bed. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys on the next one. So take care.